Hey there, good morning. How are you all doing? Being still, being calm. I was just going to share this morning something about a video that I watched last night, Crystal's Fire. And the name of the video was Dial Up Ha, H-A-A-H, Tour Veka Codes, Surius, S-E-U-R-I-A-S, Techniques Compilation. And she mentioned something 26 minutes into this video that I went within my own soul, arcing spirit essence, the importance of a comment that she made about spiritual practices, although she didn't specifically speak to the differences in spiritual practices, how they all relate to one another, being connected with each other to one another. Okay. And so I processed a lot of the maps that they present, particularly with the kitty cat. Yeah. And how that related to, it's all connected. Because I'm so hypersensitive as non-polarized consciousness on what I choose to communicate and what I don't choose to communicate, and what I'm going to communicate when I communicate, where I communicate at the moment that I do, which is the still point of silence is golden, which is golden fire, emerald, yeah, the emerald round table, a circle of fire in the emerald, yeah. And so I wrote the following down because we all have, if you will, different ways, creative ways, actually, when your creative quotient is on fire to create. You're so on fire to create, it's unpredictable what you're going to create next because you're experiencing the eternal spirit of fire, which is the eternal spirit of absolute, pure, eternal love. So you know that is the hottest engine. That's the highest speed accelerator. And that has everything to do with healing. So I covered a lot of that in my videos and why I relate to my childhood so much, because it is the purity of a child's heart, which is the purity, the energy that we experience, your heart and our soul, because we're experiencing the fire, which is a firewall that protects what? Our temple. We're temples of light. So you realize that the first temple of light is eternal absolute love that's on fire to gift energy away. Naturally. Nurtures. Being nurturing. Being silent. Just being present in a present moment. Experiencing what love is. And that will naturally heal others. That's a spiritual practice to do that. And it's one of the reasons why I love some of those folks that have different labels to them. Keyshawn is one. A number of the different monasteries that are healing treatment centers that allow for folks, their central nervous system is, you know, when we used to talk about frayed nerves, the central nervous system of the cosmos, the first nerve center, yeah, the central nervous system, the point of origin of the first neurons, communicating with other neurons, building networks of central nervous systems, cellular nervous systems, cellular membrane nervous systems. So when we're experiencing being totally calm, then the neurons are communicating through the fabric of all creation. We're all experiencing being totally relaxed because we're experiencing being with the one, which is totally relaxed. Because when you're totally relaxed, you're going with the flow. You're feeling the flow, the natural spiritual flow of creation energy. And so you see what it does when I communicate stuff like this, right? Oh. And so there's a big difference when you map read deadlight engines and eternal light and sound engines. When the eternal sound of one, joined as one with the light, become one, then there isn't any separation between one and another. The other is experiencing the one, which is what love is. It goes on forever. But if you have a psychopath that doesn't have a soul, then you're experiencing the psychopath. And what is the psychopath doing? It does not have a conscience. So when you get into learning speed, then you realize something that I wrote down this morning in relation to this was how much density time wave plasma consciousness directed waves of energy is being used, throughput, the intake and the output, the input and the output, the inflow and the outflow, the waste product of metabolisms, cellular membranes communicating with each other, the throughput of our soul spirit essence to heal ourselves through our true sentient sound and heart waves, light, Eka, Veka, frequency codes that our spirit of fire has ignited within every cell membrane organism to heal our universal and galactic founder races, Christic avatar, mathematical, original, divine codex. So that's what we did, right? Is we're experiencing the codes, the frequencies that are firing. Yeah. So you got to be properly grounded so that you're not breaking circuits. Yeah. Right. So you know what a broken circuit is, right? Hey, there's a short somewhere in the wire. Precisely. That's the problem. Which means that the waves are not compatible. Yeah. That goo is not compatible. Binary is not compatible with 3. 1 in 300. Fire and ice. We are the fire and ice, the entire electromagnetic spectrum of consciousness creation, which is non-polarized, which means there are no polarity dramas because we're experiencing being one with all creation we're gifting love to. And that makes it simple. And that means it's simple because it's simple, complex number space. The numbers don't lie, which means the circuits don't lie. The circuits of communication communicating through cellular membranes, the planetary consciousness memories, the record keepers, the wisdom keepers, keepers of the flame, the emerald round table. Yes, that's who we are. The fire in that emerald green. Yeah. Blasting pink. Pink diamond heart key coated crystal roses. I am a pink rose. I'm seeing the light of pink in the mirror, in the sky, walking the mirror, walking the timeline. Only one timeline. The first timeline is the first spiral, which is an eternal spiral, which is eternal absolute love that's on fire that we share with the all creation. That's the gift. That's an eternal gift. That's an eternal blessing. That's why we share it with all of you in love and service to others. And that means we are servers. We are naturally serving the all creation. How can we be of help to you? We are a helpline. Tech support. Yeah. Have a beautiful day. Be good to yourself. The sun is out. Sunday, another Sunday. Yana Sun, the Yana Sun spirit, the first spirit, dancing in the waves. Mua.